weaker and do not necessarily reflect those of the PFC Entertainment Network or any of the affiliates that make this show possible.
This is the Pure Fury Creations Entertainment Network.
On tonight's show, will Detroit be represented in the playoffs in both the NBA and NHL? A recap of opening week for the Major League Baseball season. And it's an all-star show here this week with Cody and Vinny. All that and more as the Sports Drill podcast begins right now.
If it's in the headlines, on the first page or the last, it's fair game here on the Sports Reel podcast.
Unmute.
We have no Jason at all.
We have no Jason audio.
Unmute, Jason. There you go.
Sorry about that. Welcome to the Sports Reel podcast live here on the PFC Entertainment Network. And we have a stacked show here this week, an all-star lineup. And let's start with the cornerstones of this particular broadcast. Tim Sheridan, Eric Mendal, good to see you guys. Like I said, we have some of our favorites that are going to be joining us here on the show, and it's good to see you guys. How are things?
Yeah, they're good. I'm just trying to figure out this Facebook thing because, like, for some reason it started alive and then it ended alive and then it started alive again. So I'm like lost or where? No, I'm not even like. Yeah, no, there's something fucking really weird going on right now, and I'm trying to figure it out. No, there it is.
It's happening on my end too.
Yeah, like no, it just caught up. So we're good there, I think. I don't know, but Jason, I'm doing good. Super busy. It is what it is. Life is crazy. We are running all over the damn place. I don't have time to think. Other than that, happy birthday.
It is not my birthday. Okay. All right. Eric, good to see you, man. How's things?
Good to see you, sir. Pretty good. Started my new job this week. Going good so far. And
great news.
Other than that, just I enjoyed that week off and spent it with my daughter, and I really didn't want to go back to work. I'll say that. I really did not want to, but it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. Other than that, happy to be here. Happy we got the guys with us. One in the studio, Vinny as always, and just happy it's your birthday.
It is not my birthday. You are being joined by Cody, host of Catching Up with Cody. It's good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, good to see you. Thank you guys for you guys having me in studio and having me on another episode. So should be a good time. And Vinny, it's glad to see you too. So it's going to be a good episode.
Absolutely. It's going to be great. Myself, busy as usual, trying to keep up with all the sports that's been going on, especially baseball as of right now. Of course, that's the hot topic. And the WNC men's Final Four. Sorry, couldn't spit that out. So that's what I got going on, basically.
Yeah, I thought about you there, Vinny, with the big upset that happened during the Elite Eight. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Tim, we have the Pistons to talk about. We have the Red Wings to talk about. Obviously, the Detroit Tigers. Where would you like to start?
Let's get the Red Wings out of the way.
Yeah.
They're frustrating me. Let's get that out of the way.
Let's get the sad news out of the way because
Yeah.
the Red Wings fucking suck. Let's take it away.
I don't know about suck, but they're just
No, they're fucking bad.
they're blowing the playoff push, and it's not good at all.
It really isn't. We said last week that they had to pick up this win of the first game of that portion of their schedule to gain some sort of momentum. Like it had to happen with Ottawa. It did not. They dropped one 3-2, but they did rebound in a big way on Friday night. Big 5-2 win over the Buffalo Sabres. I don't think anybody called that one. And then Saturday they dropped one to the Flyers 5-3. Eric, I'll ask you first. Now would be the time. Would you say it's fair to hit the panic button?
Well, yeah, you're going to lose the Senators by one, and then you're going to go to the Sabres that are first in the East or top one of the top dogs, and you're going to beat them 5-2. But then the Flyers that I'd say I wouldn't say they're better, but I would say they're right there with the Wings, and you get destroyed by them. Like, what are you doing? Like, come on, you know what's on the line, you know what's at stake, and you guys ain't playing like you want it. That's how I feel.
I'm with you on this, and watching as much as I can, and a lot of it is in condensed form, highlights and things of this nature. You and I have sat on these airwaves for a while now and discussed the lack of consistency with this team. Now I'm starting to see a lack of effort from the players. They're running around. They look like they're sluggish. They look like they're not. It's almost like they are mentally beat before they hop on the ice. And if you go into any situation like that, everything is going to fall into place for the wrong reasons. It's what we're seeing here with this team. They are tied with Ottawa, 2 points behind the last wild card spot coming into this week. And bro, when you look at the lineup going into this next week here tonight, they've got the Penguins in Pittsburgh, and then they're in Philly for another showdown with the Flyers. Saturday they've got the Rangers. Sunday they've got the Minnesota Wild. Now, not one game in this can I look at and say, all right, that is or should be a guaranteed win. And when you come into it with that mentality, it's a direct result of what we are seeing and the lack of effort of the Detroit Red Wings. And at this point, they're taking heat off of Steve Yzerman and should be putting it on themselves, because at the end of the day, they're the ones on the ice playing the fucking game.
100%. They need to play with urgency these next 4 games. You got to go into Pittsburgh and win. There's no ifs, buts about it tonight. You have to win that game. If you don't, then you might as well count the season over. And I don't want it to be that way, but it's going to be. You gotta. These 4 games are huge. These 4 games are going to set the rest of the season. Period.
Absolutely. Oh goddamn, man, this is what we were afraid of. This scenario right here, and that's why you and I, we didn't get overly animated and over the top excited when the Red Wings were for a week or two landing in the top spot in their division. Now, like I said, they have an uphill battle to climb, and while not every team that they're going to be skating against this week may be a perennial contender, but at this point, anybody is right for the pickings. And right now, man, the Detroit Red Wings are on life support right now.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I can take some refuge in is they don't play Ottawa again this week. So that gives them a little bit of a break because, I mean, those
That's true.
games have become do or die. And I feel
That's
like when
true.
they have that kind of pressure, that's when the the weaknesses are really on full display, in my view. Uh, Cody, have you been paying attention to the Red Wings at all?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you, Jason. They just look tired before they even hit the ice. They don't feel like a team anymore. And I know you guys have talked about it, and we've talked about it before. And March and the Red Wings just don't align, and we're obviously seeing it. And the hot start that they had, it just keep the foot on the gas and keep it going. But obviously, there's something internal going on as usual, and I don't know. I feel like the playoff push needs to happen yesterday, pretty much.
For sure. Yeah, I mean that's where it's at because it's so goddamn disheartening, man. We had Matt on the show from Red Wings Rant, and it was cool to get his perspective because he's just so dialed in, like individually on this team, and you could really hear and feel his frustration, from the management side at that point, to what we're seeing on the ice. And I just I don't know what the fuck we're waiting for. Like, why are you not playing with? Because we know they can. They have the potential to play better hockey. We've seen it all season. So what the shit is going on to where they just stop playing for the? And I know they're not. That's how it looks right now for a lot of these guys. Is now the time to start shuffling the deck, Eric?
It's time to do something. You got to figure something out. And, you traded away a first round pick for Justin, whatever. I can't remember his name. Frickin', I never can. But he doesn't look like he's playing well either. It's like you didn't do much at the trade deadline. You got a couple things, but you got to either move some players up from the Griffins. You got to figure something out because if you don't make the playoffs, and yeah, even if you do make the playoffs, even if you start playing good hockey again right now, you're going to probably get knocked out in the first round. You're not going to make a deep run.
Right.
We made it to the playoffs. What's that really going to do for us?
No, it's go ahead, Vinny.
I was just going to say, I don't follow hockey that much, but how many more games left until the playoffs too?
Not many. I think 11.
Not many.
So it's grind time. It's grind time. It's time to show up or get out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Right.
There is no more wiggle room to be fucking around. That's where we're at with this team.
Right.
They damn near have to go undefeated.
There's
for the
9
last-
games left. There's 9 games left.
Nine games left. So yeah. If you're pressed against that, every team is coming at you hard. Everyone at this time. Playoffs around the corner, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you just got to treat it just like any other sport. I mean, you got 9 games left. You got to put the pedal to the metal and grind it out and see what happens at the end, and see if you catch lightning in a bottle, right? And see if you come and advance to the playoffs, and if you get hot at the right time, as we always talk about too. Are they going to get hot? Do you see that happen, Eric? Do you see any of that kind of coming into play at all? Stuck?
I
I've
don't
been
know.
playing that way, but then you go against the Phillies that are not that team, and you fumble it. So it's a lot. You got to come out ready to go, and if you're not ready to go, you're going to fall in the playoffs.
Right. Well, I mean, what is their record right now? The Red Wings.
Record don't matter. You need the
Right now.
points.
Okay.
Yeah,
enough-
that's
not enough.
kind of what it does. They are sitting at 39-26, which equals 86 points, and that's coming into this evening.
Right.
That is tied with Ottawa, and that is the spot just under the last wild card spot. Because right now, like I mentioned last week, the Blue Jackets came out of fucking nowhere. They put together a string of victories, like 10 in a row or something like that, and they are now sitting in the last wild card spot if everything was to start here tonight. And that's a 2 point lead over Ottawa and Detroit. So now it does come down to points. They cannot go through any of these games and not get a point.
Yeah, you got to at least get 1 point. You got to walk away with something at least.
It's very disheartening. Very disheartening.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much they got to win most of these games this week. I ain't going to give a prediction because it has not gone well. And I'm just going to hope they can make it in. And maybe they can build on something off that. Who knows? But I'm sick of talking about it. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on to something
Shut
a
up,
little
Tim. No
bit
one asked you.
happier
No one fucking
because
asked you.
I've been sitting back here just being, shut the fuck up,
It was
okay?
nice not hearing you talk.
You know what? You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's move on to something a little bit more. We'll move into the NBA real quick with the Detroit Pistons because they still been rolling pretty fucking hot, even with Cade on the bench. Still dealing with that injury, but I know that he's been getting a little work in, so he should be back pretty soon. I know they lost last night. I did watch that game against the Thunder, and it was close, but what people have to understand that they didn't really have anybody playing last night. It was a rest night for a lot of people. So for them to hang with the Thunder on a rest night and take it in an overtime, that's pretty fucking shows how deep that bench is and how solid those guys are. Like, that's a dangerous team right there.
They only need 3 more wins to lock up the number 1 seed.
Yeah, and I think they're going to get that here pretty soon because this team has still been rolling.
You got 3 teams you could beat easily this week.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it. Orlando, you always got to worry about them a little bit.
Toronto,
yeah, even though they don't have a pope. I'm telling you, Canada's
handled Minnesota last Saturday, and they have them again on Thursday.
Yeah, I see you lock up the number 1 seed this week.
I honestly see us going maybe 4-0.
I could see that too, honestly. I really could.
Real quick with last week's results, they dropped one in overtime to the Hawks, 130-129, and then picked up a 129-108 win over the New Orleans Pelicans. Beat the Timberwolves 109-87, and then they did drop one last night, and this was national coverage on Peacock, 114-110 against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, what I want to say about that game was, the Pistons went into that game as the underdogs in a variety of analytics. But the most glaring one was the media presentation. They were there to simply supply opposition for the wonderful Oklahoma City Thunder. That's how the game was promoted. And the fact that Detroit didn't have its big names on the court, but still were able to hang with the best team in the National Basketball Association. Anybody that was questioning whether the Detroit Pistons are legit or not got that answer last night, even with this loss. It was a loss on paper, but for what this did for this team in the national spotlight, it was a huge win for the Pistons. Cody, did you watch this game?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it last night. Yeah, a lot of people, are not giving the Pistons as much credit with them losing. But yeah, like we've talked about, I mean, we were out so many people. And honestly, I just want to rest everybody and get ready for the playoffs, because that's when it's really going to matter. Hopefully Cade can come back pretty soon. I don't want him to rush that injury. That's something you don't want to just kind of brush off. So I'm excited. I think we can, hang with these big league teams, and I'm excited for what this playoff is going to look like for Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Tim, this team has been it we talk about consistency a lot on this show, generally with other sports, specifically the Red Wings. But consistency can also be said on the opposite end of that spectrum for the Detroit Pistons. Yes, they have stumbled a time or two. They've lost 3, 4 in a row at various times of the season, man. But once they rebound, the consistency in their dominance, the consistency in their ability to hang with the best teams in the NBA right now is on full display. We look at their schedule, home against the Raptors, home against the Timberwolves, and then in Philly, and then in Orlando. Is it too bold to say, legitimately, not just because we're hometown fans, is this a 4-0 week? And if it is it finally time for the Pistons to get their flowers?
Yeah, I really think, I mean, there's a good possibility that it could be a 4-0 week. Realistically, I'd be happy with a 3-1 week. I think it's Eric had said that they only need 3 to wrap up that number 1 seed, which sometimes can be a detriment to Detroit teams to get that 1 seed. You know what I mean? We've been there before, but it's a good thing right now coming late into the season. Basketball is such a long season. I mean, it's not as long as baseball, but there's a lot of games. It's like hockey also. These guys get beat up over time, so a little bit of rest. If I thought they were going to lose this week, it might be against the Raptors, only because they might still be resting guys, and there's a possibility of that. Right now, you're at that point in the season where you're resting because you already know you've secured that playoff spot. Either way, you're going to the playoffs. Now, the 1 seed is a beautiful thing, you know what I mean? But you have to also get these guys rested and ready. And I made that statement earlier about how Cade has been working. He's going to be coming back here pretty soon, and he's going to be coming back at just the right time. And hopefully he comes back rested because he's been banged up a few times this year. So a little bit of time off for him is pretty exciting for him to get back into form. But the biggest thing that they're doing right now is that defense has been legit. I mean, they've really been shutting people down. And you brought up their little, stints of 3 or 4 losses here and there. But we've talked about this many times on the podcast. Even in their losses, they're not by much. You know what I mean? They might be losing a game by 2 points, 3 points. They're all close, contested games. They've only been beat badly a couple times this season. And that's, everybody's going to have their off nights. But overall, this team is legit. And I'm very excited to see how far they go this year, because I really do feel like this team has what it takes to go all the way and win the championship. I mean, Chase called that a couple months ago that they were going to go on and win it this year. And I'm really starting to feel the longer the season goes on, playing through, that Cade injury. I brought that up at the beginning of the season, before the season even started. It was like, if Cade can stay healthy through this, they have a shot. Well, Cade hasn't stayed healthy, but they've still been in it. And they've still been winning, even with Cade on the bench, which makes me realize this is a very deep roster. And they're all working as a team right now, and that always speaks very well for a Detroit team that works as a team. Eric, what's your thoughts on all this?
I think, like I said, you get those 3 wins, you lock up the number 1 seed, but I think you lock number 1 seed up. You got to rest some of the guys because it is, like you said, it's such a long season, and you need to get ready, because when Cody said, the playoffs matter, and that's when it's going to be real, and that's when every game's going to count. And I think if you don't play Cade the rest of the regular season, you let him sit. You want him back for when it matters. You let him sit the whole time, and you got to rest some other guys. And the Bulls just cut the guy that we traded to him. Why don't you bring him back?
Yeah.
Bring him back. Just because he made some comments you didn't like, bring him back. Bring him back. Then you get a 2-for-1 and you get another dude that can play. Why the hell not?
Jaden Ivey?
Yeah, bring him back. There's no reason not to. Cody, what's your opinion on it? I know you follow it more than me, so let's hear it. I'd rather hear you talk than fucking Tim.
Yeah, no, I did make a video on TikTok about us, seeing that Jaden Ivey stuff. Yeah, I mean, as a basketball player, I would love to see him back on the team. I was super upset seeing him leave. But yeah, I agree with you. Rest our players and just get ready for the playoffs because, you know, we locked it up already, and hopefully we can continue to lock up the first seed, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I say rest your players and get ready because it's going to be a tough playoff matchup. I'm thinking it's going to be, and obviously with the play-in tournament and everything, but I think we're probably going to go up against Miami, and that's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, no, that won't be an easy series.
No,
that will not be an easy series at all.
But like you guys said, the only thing I think that would make me feel good, what you guys are describing, is the bench. You guys are so deep. You're winning, right? And like you said, close games. That tells me almost everything I need to know. Okay, like you said, you could rest Cade the rest of the season right now and go in, because if you're that deep, you got a damn good team to me. I mean, if the bench is only losing by 3 or 4 against one of the top elites, that's telling me a lot. And if it's consistent through the whole season, like you guys are saying, that's going to be a very tough out. Whoever plays the Pistons. And also, I think it would be very good for the NBA to have the Pistons back in the finals.
I agree with you on that because like I said, like the narrative changed last night during the course of that broadcast, because the way it was promoted, it was, it's the best team. It's the Thunder. We're broadcasting the Thunder game. Great. Oh, and the Detroit Pistons are going to be there. It wasn't until the actual broadcast they finally acknowledged that the Pistons were the number 1 team in the East as we stand right this second. Apparently, we lost Tim and Eric. That's weird.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I promise you, I had nothing to do with that. That pissed me off yet this week. So, I'm not sure why.
Oh, he hasn't pissed you off yet. So,
not yet. But it's still early. I'm sure I'm sure he'll say something funny. But no, man, it's the narrative changed last night, and a lot of people that may not have been paying attention to the Detroit Pistons, well, they are now.
Well, like you just said, doesn't that piss you off? Like you're hearing the announcement and they're like, "Oh yeah," and the Pistons. Like, what the fuck? My team is just better than your team, and you're underplaying them, right? Which can be great because everybody, the Pistons, underestimating them, and when they come out balls to the wall, boy, let me tell you, their eyes are gonna open up then.
Oh, for sure. So it's like Cody had kind of alluded to, once the playoffs start, nothing else before that matters. It's like a whole
new season.
New season.
It's a clean slate. Slate.
Yeah, and that's my worry, is that we're gonna, be the number 1 seed this whole season, and then are we gonna play bad in the playoffs? Are we gonna be first round exits? I don't think any of that'll happen, but that's always my worry. It's like then the whole season was for nothing.
Well, anybody
for nothing, but it definitely is not the way you want it.
Yeah.
Every fan is going to think that way of your own team. Oh God, we come this way. If we're going to get the number 1 seed, what's going to happen? Listen, trust your team. You have a deep bench. They won all these games. They're one of the best in the NBA, and that's what you got to go off. You can't second guess yourself. I get it as a fan. I totally get it. But let the performance speak for itself.
100%. And in terms of where we're looking at here as we see the playoffs on the horizon in the Eastern Conference, the Pistons, Boston, and the New York Knicks have officially stamped their tickets to the postseason. A lot of teams still in contention here. If they were to start, the top 6 teams in the East would be the aforementioned 3, and then followed by the Cavaliers, the Raptors, and the Atlanta Hawks. The 76ers and Orlando Magic made out the bubble, and then obviously Miami Heat and Charlotte Hornets are still trying to knock on the door. Over on the Western Conference side, obviously the Thunder, the Spurs, and they're the only ones who have officially locked down their spot. And
It's staying.
Lakers, Nuggets, the Timberwolves, and the Houston Rockets are what round out their bracket. So still a little bit of wiggle room there for teams jockeying for position, but make no mistake, the Detroit Pistons right now, as we said, are in the number one spot, and they could be locking this shit up this week. So, well, that's for us.
Thank you for kicking us from the show there, Jason.
Didn't do it.
We came back in, and you know what I'm happy about is the fact that we don't have some ridiculous echo, but I do have some pop-up fucking issue on my screen that's annoying me. It gives me the little X, and I go over to get to it. You guys can't see this, but it just disappears as soon as I get close to it. So we only see half of Vinny, so he looks like Two-Face right now from Batman.
Oh,
like
hell.
Pop up on half his face. But that's just on our side, so you don't see that. So I don't know why you kicked us, Jason, but I don't appreciate it.
Brian. I was like,
it's all the birthday comments. It's because we told him happy birthday.
No, and I even said, Eric hasn't pissed me off yet this week.
Oh, yes.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet. Right. He said a lot of show left. Right, Jay? A lot of show.
There's a lot of show. So, all right. Yeah, Pistons are rolling. I feel comfortable where they are. But you know who else is rolling right now? The fucking University of Michigan, Jason. Not MSU, but the University of Michigan going to the Final Four, buddy.
Hey, I had Michigan State win, and I was upset about it.
Yeah, because you're a fucking loser.
You had Florida. You had Florida in the fucking final game.
I had Florida in the final, but I had Michigan winning it. I'm still alive.
This is how the Final Four shapes up. Illinois, UConn. I mean, we're going to talk about that game in just a second. On the other side, Arizona and the University of Michigan Wolverines. This is your Final Four. Now, Vinny.
The net. Okay, go ahead.
No, I've been waiting to talk to Vinny about this. Vinny, I know you don't necessarily follow closely college basketball, but you being from Connecticut, I've got to believe that the fever around this team in your neck of the woods is off the charts, especially with that huge win over Duke.
Absolutely. Like you said, in Connecticut, they are just bonkers about their UConn men basketball team. I mean, that's all I've heard on the radio. It's everything. It's everything to them. You know, they don't get greedy. They want more and more. You know what I mean? They have won in the past, but my gosh, they are building that organization, that college to, set themselves up for every year to compete, which, UConn is a staple. You could say is a staple in definitely in Connecticut area, because I mean, right now that's all they're talking about. I mean, this is the biggest thing since sliced bread. And the matchups are just phenomenal. I mean, they're going to be great. It's going to come right down to it. They're UConn, in the other game, okay, it took them 17 seconds to score, a basket in the last thing. They know how to set the tone, the pace. Whoever's playing UConn obviously has to be very aggressive. They have to be they can't be relaxed, because UConn will just drive it up on the court on them and say goodbye to them, because you only have a few opportunities, to be honest with you guys, with UConn. And if you relax just a bit on them, and I've heard about this a lot, they will pounce, and they will pounce all over you pretty badly. Yeah. So I would be scared. I would be scared of UConn, because UConn is is just no joke in college men's basketball.
Eric Cherry chimes in here in our live chat, and if you would like to correspond with us, the live chat is open. I believe earlier I posted the link. If you want to join the show with us and be on camera, I don't see it on here, but I will repost that here in just a moment. But Eric is predicting a UConn versus Michigan national championship game. Tim,
And that
obviously your pick is going to be Michigan over Arizona. Eric, I would assume you as well. I guess all three of you guys, I would assume, are going to be picking
the
Michigan.
national championship game is going to be Michigan and Arizona. Whoever wins that's going to win it. Period. Those are the two best teams. The way they've been playing. Michigan has scored 95 points in the 4 games. Arizona, it's who they're playing like who can one up the other. It's going to be one hell of a game. But I think Michigan will take it because they're playing great on defense and offense, and they're just not missing. But Arizona's going to be one hell of a team to beat. Period. And I think I didn't expect Illinois to make it, but they're going to be a tough team to beat too. UConn's definitely got the momentum going after that win against Duke in the last 10 seconds. Huge game. It was a huge game, and I watched it, and it was nuts. It looked like Duke had it the whole game till the very last 5 minutes of the game. UConn came out of nowhere. But, yeah, I have to pick Michigan because the way they're playing, they're just on a different level right now. But the game to watch is going to be Arizona and Michigan. That's going to be one hell of a game.
Certainly should be. We don't anticipate a one-sided, slaughter one way or the other. I mean, these teams are in the Final Four for a reason. Illinois, though, Cody, do you see them having any kind of chance to advance to the national title game over a rolling UConn team?
I would say no, but the way that UConn looked, against Duke, anything can happen, and that's why they call it March Madness. So, I think it would be nice if Illinois wins. I think Michigan has a really good chance of winning the national championship. But yeah, I mean, like I said, anything can happen. I kind of, after the first half, I gave up on that Duke UConn game because I'm like, all right, Duke's going to pull away with this. And obviously, they came back and won it in great fashion. So I'm hoping Michigan, it's going to be close with Arizona. That's for sure. It's probably going to come down to at least the last second shot. But yeah, I'm hoping for Illinois so Michigan has a easier chance at the national championship.
I don't even know if that'd be an easier chance because
I guess that's true.
They played them before, and if you're going to make it to the national championship, you have a reason you're there.
That is true.
It don't. Like, what happened in the season don't matter. It's about right now and who's playing hot, and that can happen. That can change at any moment. That's the thing with March Madness. That's why it's such a. I love this time of year.
Yeah, you never know what team's gonna make a run for it, and obviously nobody thought Illinois would
I
be
didn't
this
think
far.
Texas was gonna make it that far.
Yeah.
Well, just like you said, Cody, too. UConn, that was a big, big win. They came, they came back.
That far.
So the momentum, that's a big shift. Yeah. Whoever's going in. It's gonna however it pans out, it should be a great finals, when it comes down to it.
Yeah, one way. Yeah, it's going to be good. If Illinois wins, we could. I don't know, man. Like I'm going with Illinois, Michigan for the national title game, and how sweet would that be for the Big Ten? Where the hell did I promise you, I did not do anything. I did not click any buttons. I promise you. We've got some storms that are rolling through our area, this part of Michigan. Like I got hit here a little bit ago, like sheets of sideways rain. And I was like out of nowhere. Like I was like, holy shit. I was just waiting for the tornado sirens or some shit.
Shit like that! Oh my God!
It was crazy, but
a little sidebar, Jay. I was looking in, on the, to the weather. And I see next Tuesday for me down here an inch of snow. I said no, in April.
Really?
Next Tuesday it says inch of snow. I said you got to be fucking kidding me! No way! Come on, that's April. No.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah. I mean, I can remember in 1978, it snowed on Easter. It was in April in 1978, going to my grandmother's house. Yeah. I mean, it happens not very often, but I hope it doesn't.
An inch of snow.
That's
why are you getting snow?
Hey,
Man, we
that-
are just no luck today, Jason, but still no echo. Still no
Go.
fucking echo. I'm loving this.
Why do you keep leaving the show?
Yeah,
Are you
you
mad?
keep fucking booting us, and it's Eric.
I sat right here. Sat right here.
Eric Cherry
What?
already called heel basher today. He said this, and he said, like, you're being fucking mean. I am sorry for wishing you a happy birthday every week, Jason.
It's
If
not
you
my
just like, I mean, by the way, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jason.
Yeah.
Who's in the lead? Who's in the lead on the brackets?
I don't know.
You didn't catch up on that? God, you
No,
were pathetic.
Eric, I've been busy.
No, not busy enough. It's your birthday.
What's
I
that?
get it. You're not that busy. You're not that busy.
No. It's not accurate. It's not accurate at all.
It is.
All right, boys. I want to get into a little Justin Verlander talk real quick because he made a start for the Tigers. What was it, yesterday?
I do want to bring something up
Yesterday,
before-
and Justin Verlander went
Okay, never mind.
3.2. Oh, hold on, Eric. What do you want to bring up before I get into Justin Verlander?
I was going to bring up the lines because I've heard some drama I want to talk to you guys about.
We'll get into the Lions right after
Okay.
the thing. I'm gonna
It'd
lead
been
out
quick, but okay.
Lions. No, because I got some Lions that I want to talk about too. But Justin Verlander, first start back, went 3.2 innings pitched. He had 6 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, and 1 home run against him. Not a very good start for Verlander. Jason, I know you're a big Tigers fan. Do you think this was just a sign of things to come, or do you think he'll work his way out of that?
Okay, let me preface this by saying thank you for allowing me this opportunity. I did subscribe to the new Detroit Sportsnet app so that I can watch the Tigers game, and wouldn't you know it, and I love these West Coast trips.
Hold on
because-
that thought real quick. We have Chris Pagano on YouTube right now wishing you a happy birthday, Jason. Just wanted to throw that out there. Go ahead, finish your thought.
Okay, well, I do appreciate them watching the show on the YouTube feed. It is not my fucking birthday. But
The
thank
best part
you
is that's my
for
uncle.
watching the show.
Thank you, Chris. Making my day.
Can I continue?
Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
You damn near derailed me, Tim.
I mean, people are wishing you a happy birthday. I want to make you aware of it, okay?
It's okay. That's great. That's perfect. That's great. Here's the thing, though. To answer your question, is this a sign of things to come with Justin Verlander? No, it's not. I did not expect a rock star performance in his first game back with the Detroit Tigers. I didn't expect what we saw in terms of getting into an 8-0 hole ultimately before the Tigers started to chip away once the Arizona bullpen came in, and it was an amazing thing to watch. I watched the whole thing from start to finish at work last night, and like everybody around me is like, "Oh, turn it off, and it's over. I'm like, I am not going to give up on this team. And sure as shit, they started picking away. Verlander, at this part of his career, what I have noticed, he is a late starter. The later the season goes, he starts to turn it on. So this being his first outing back with the Tigers, I'm not concerned. Now, when he comes home on Sunday to pitch at Comerica Park for the first time, he cannot shit the bed there. He has to be close to what he was. If he shits the bed there, then I'm going to start having some questions. But at this stage, it's later on in the season is when he starts to return to true Verlander form.
Just like when he's pitching, as he goes longer into the games, he throws harder. He used to, right? As he hits that 6th inning and 7th inning, he's getting stronger. I have no concern about him. We got to pump the brakes as much as we want to judge. It's only the first start for him. We got to kind of pump the brakes and say, listen, he's been here a million times, right? Obviously, it's going to take a game or two to get adjusted back to where he, performs. But like you said, Jason, absolutely not. No worry at all. He's a veteran, and the second part of the half, he does very, very well. And it's only one start, so I agree with you with there. You can't jump too far ahead.
In reality, what were Tiger fans expecting? This isn't the MVP Cy Young winner Justin Verlander that we had years ago. This is an older guy on the decline of his career, and you can't hold him to those expectations because it's not going to be that way. Like, and that's what's happening. It's like, towards the end of the season, he'll probably get better. Yes, it's the beginning of the season. But you can't hold him to that 2012 MVP Cy Young winner Justin Verlander that we had. It's not the same. He's older now. He's in his 40s. He's not in his 20s or 30s. He's in his 40s. Chill out. We have two great starting pitchers with Skubal and God, I can't remember the other dude's name. Valdez. Thank you. You have two great. We have a great pitching lineup. Yeah,
and
Justin Verlander's at
backside of that rotation with Casey Mize.
Yes, 100%. So yeah, Justin Verlander's a veteran. Don't expect that 2012 version because it's not going to happen. He's going to help out the younger guys, teach them some things, and hopefully the three pitchers ahead of him are going to learn something, and that's going to push us to a farther run. But in reality, their bats need to start working more. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah. Exactly, Eric.
Riley Green's already striking out a whole bunch. It's like, okay, well, he can hit 30 home runs. That's great, but you need to at least get on base. Come on, dude.
Yeah. No, you made a great point, Eric. Yeah, that was exactly.
Get on base. Get on base. Don't try to kill it every time. Get on base.
Right, but you made a
chance.
But you made a great point. Go ahead, Jason. I'm sorry.
That's what started happening last night. They quit trying to swing for the fucking fences and started to play small ball. And when you can figure out the defensive lineup, and listen, not shitting on the Arizona Diamondbacks, but they're pretty predictable. You can kind of call their shot a step ahead of before they do it. That's just the way it is. But they started to play small ball. Just get on the base. This new kid.
Play baseball. Baseball.
That's it. Quit worrying about the home run. Quit worrying about the home run.
When you feel it, go for it, but don't try to do it all the time. Because you're gonna get more strikeouts than home runs, and you're gonna look like an idiot. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. No, you know what they do when someone's in a slump or trying to hit for the fences. What do? Bunt. In practice, I'm saying, practice, just to start to see the ball better, fundamentals of the game. Like Jason's saying, always trying to swing for the fences, get back down to the fundamental of the game, and things will take off from there.
Get on base.
Yeah.
And things will go your way.
Right.
So let's look and see what the Tigers did in their first few outings of the 2026 season. Picked up a big 8-2 win to kick off a 3-game set with the San Diego Padres. And then they followed that up on Friday with another 5-2 win before dropping one 3-0. And now last night's game, like we have talked about with the Arizona Diamondbacks, the score says 9-6, but it was a much better game than the score would indicate. They do have game 2 of that 3-game set here tonight in Arizona, and then they will wrap it up on Wednesday before coming home for their home opener against the St. Louis Cardinals on Friday. And again, Justin Verlander will be pitching, I believe it's Sunday night in Detroit. So big game on tap, and that is actually going to be, I believe, Sunday Night Baseball. So they're
ESPN.
getting some national love. So you love to see that. It's going to be, listen, this is the thing with baseball, gentlemen. It's too easy to have an immediate reaction one way or the other. You know what I mean? But it's 160 plus games. I mean, we have a long way to go. But there is a lot of initial spark, a lot of excitement with this team. Kevin McGonigal Jesus Christ, coming out of nowhere. Like, this kid did not buckle under pressure. He showed up when he needed to in the first two games. What a story in terms of coming out of the gate for
You
him.
don't look like a rookie.
Fuck no, he don't. He has got the poise of a 15-year-old veteran at this point.
Yeah, you don't look like a rookie, and that's what you need right now.
Yeah. Isn't that wonderful though? When someone comes up, like you just said, and it does not look like a rookie. Their poise is perfect. They're not overzealous. They're just comfortable in their spot. And when you see that, you automatically know when you see that. You're like, this dude is calm as, he's cool as ice, man. Nothing's gonna break this dude, right? And that's what you want. And that's very few and beyond, that you do get someone like that. But if you do, the success rate is going to go way, way up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Cody, how you feeling about the Tigers so far?
Feeling good. I can't wait to get down to watch a couple games. But yeah, I mean, these guys, they just need to get on base. That was the problem we had last year, is that we kept leaving people on base. So just get on base, like you guys said, stop swinging for the fences. And so far we're looking good. Riley Green, obviously with the strikeouts and everything, but it's still early and time will tell. But I think with how last year went, I think this year will be just as well, and hopefully maybe deep into the playoffs again.
Oh, by the way, Jamie says hi.
Oh, hi, Jamie. Thanks for watching.
Told her that I would let you know you're locked in, man. Like, those chats aren't even registered to you. Now he's locked right in. But yeah, I mean, Verlander, his first start, I mean, like Eric brought up, he's a 43-year-old veteran. It's going to take.
I don't know what happened with Tim's feed here tonight, but it is all kinds of fucked up. If we can be honest. They say you can't go wrong if it's live, Vinny. So this is what we're going to have to be impromptu here and kind of fill gaps here. Let's talk about the Mets real quick. We talked a little bit off air about them, but overall, you're happy with what you've seen so far with the New York Mets.
I am, and you know what? I think Mania, the coach. I think I forgot his freaking name. I'm bad with it, but anyway, I got to give him a lot more credit than I used to in the past 2 years. I think he takes a great approach with his players. He's not more or less friends with his players, but he gels with his players. I've noticed a little bit more than other managers. Some managers, Jason, are rough and tough, don't want to be bothered and this and that. Not him. He's kind of, calm. He keeps it calm. He shows the team that, listen, if I stay calm, they'll stay calm and they'll perform better. So what I've seen, off the gates is, like I've said, I've seen them being aggressive, which I like. Last year, they weren't that aggressive. I want to see more stolen bases. That's what I want to see. They added some speed. I want to see some stolen bases, men in scoring position, right? They're pitching. Okay, McLean pitched last night, in the WBC too. And he was, so. Now, this is his second year, not even his full second year. He was called up in the middle of the season last year. And he looked untouchable. I mean, he's got a sweeper that's a killer. And this is, I don't want to say the sophomore slump, but they are, major leaguers. After a while, they will time you and they will know exactly what you're going to throw at times. And I think that's what he's going through right now. He looks very frustrated on the mound. And I don't like that from a pitcher to look frustrated, but there's got to be someone telling him, look, that's what's going to happen. It's basically your second year. And a lot of these guys are reading you and they're going to read you. And that's totally normal, but you have to adjust to that, right? You have to adjust to all of them adjusting to you. You have to come up with the ace in your back pocket that they don't have to succeed. And that's what it is. That's what it's all about, is outsmarting and outthinking somebody in baseball. It's all a mind game. It really, really is.
Well, right now the Mets are tied 4 ways atop the National League East with Washington, Miami, and the Atlanta Braves. Meanwhile, for the Detroit Tigers, they are tied for second place, a half game behind the Cleveland Guardians, tied with the Kansas City Royals. Both Minnesota and the Chicago White Sox at this point have only won one game. I will say, though, it is worth mentioning that there is not one team in MLB that has yet to win a game. So that's a good start, at least for teams like, well, I can be honest.
The White Sox?
The White Sox, the Colorado Rockies, as much as the Patriots.
Pittsburgh and all that. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, Jason, Ken in the chat said happy birthday.
Who?
Ken in the chat. He said happy
I'm
birthday.
sorry he's been misinformed. See, you guys are spreading lies and misinformation, and it's got people fucked up. And I think
every day's your birthday, Jason. Just feel lucky that every day gets to be your birthday. Not too many people have that opportunity. You're a special person, and we love you.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you so much. All right, let's move on to there is some, a few headlines here in the National Football League, unless there's something else that you guys would like to touch on in terms of the opening week for Major League Baseball.
Not really the opening week for baseball, but I did want to take a moment and actually sing you happy birthday. So
please
happy
stop.
birthday.
No, you're not. Where's the mute button? I have a mute button here.
I got to get a cup
Don't
of
hit
coffee.
it because it might boot us. It might boot us. Don't hit it. Stop booting us. You know what I mean? I've never been booted this much. Like, once again, you booted us again, and it's getting ridiculous, Jason. We're trying to have a professional show here, and you just keep booting us.
Jason, I do have a question for you. This is some news, though, but you probably don't really pay attention to college hockey much, do you?
A little bit.
This is what I've heard. I heard Michigan State has had one of the best goalies in college hockey, like the last couple of years, maybe this year or something. I just read something that he signed to play for the Griffins, I think for 3 years. So we got him coming to the Griffins.
That is very encouraging.
Because I heard he was like the best goalie this year. And I'm like, that's great. I'm like, that's phenomenal. That's awesome. I love seeing that.
If they can keep him within the state of Michigan umbrella,
that'd be awesome.
That would be
awesome.
amazing. What an amazing story. What we have there, Eric, is we have the makings for the next true homegrown superstar story.
Yeah, 100%.
We haven't had that in a long time.
No, and that'd be phenomenal. And reality, with how Michigan is developing hockey players, that could happen more often. I hope so. I hope it does.
Listen, Michigan is becoming one of the meccas for hockey talent.
Oh yeah, it's great.
It really is.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's starting to make its full circle. It really is.
Yeah, they started that whole Little Caesars, Bell Tire, all that stuff back in the 70s and all that, and it definitely took off in the right way. And now we're really seeing the product now, and it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah,
100%.
You guys were talking about football news.
There's some drama I heard with the Lions that
I just wanted to throw. I know you guys, yours is way more important than mine, but I saw. I don't know every detail. Was my crappy Browns. Number one, they reconstructed Myles Garrett. The language of his contract, which tells me he's going to be gone soon. That's what it tells me. I got a feeling. I just found out.
The GM said he's not trading him. They said he's not going anywhere.
Let me tell you. When's the last time you trust the damn Browns? Right?
That's fair.
I mean, come on. They how many times they tell you this is our quarterback? Okay, whatever.
That's fair.
So
That's a fair statement.
I don't. Eric, I don't trust the GM. I don't trust the ownership, like I said. And now with Deshaun Watson, they're saying, where do you think this guy's going to come? 4 years not playing, and he's going to resurrect his career? No.
Maybe.
But I highly, highly doubt it. And when they start constructing, the contract, and there was something else that I don't know, they voted on or something that they BS'd it out of the way. But the Browns are a mess. My Browns are I'm so down on them. Every freaking move they're making, and these comments that the GM makes, it's just horseshit. They're lying to you guys. It's all bullshit. I'm sorry. I get, I'm tired of friggin' losing.
So here's some side news for baseball though. That rookie we got, he's AJ's mixed up the lineup. He's batting second this game.
Oh,
he moved him to second.
Interesting.
So he's trying to spark something there. But yeah, I just read that.
Very interesting.
Well, that is. No, I'm sorry. As you noticed, the power hitters are now starting to climb their way up to the second hole, and yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, guys. I'm sorry.
Yep, he's behind Colt Keith, and then it's Kevin McGonigal for he's shaking up the lineup. So that might be very good for them this upcoming game. But we were talking about some football news, and I'm happy you're here because I wanted to bring it up. But I heard the Lions want Frank Ragnow to pay his signing bonus back.
Yeah, I heard that today too, and
and also heard that Taylor Decker's response to what happened with him too.
Yeah, I heard that Taylor Decker put something out there, some interview or something they did, and he was like upset or something.
It kind of sounds like a high school girlfriend breakup and all that, and it's like, okay, well, is that like, what do you mean, dude? You said you were going to come back, and then the Lions wanted to restructure your deal. You didn't want to, so then you requested your leave, and.
Well, I think he's mostly upset the fact that he hasn't been picked up by anybody yet since he's been released.
That could be it too.
And which kind of, it's.
But also, the whole Frank Ragnow thing is kind of.
It bothers me. He asks a question and I go to answer, and then he just asks another question inside of the answer, and then I'm really fucking confused to where I'm at right now. Am I talking about Taylor Decker or Frank Ragnow?
You gotta answer them all at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Taylor Decker. Sorry.
As for the Frank Ragnow thing, it's not surprising. I mean, we did it with Barry Sanders, we did it with Kelvin Johnson. Anytime that somebody leaves or retires early or something other that matter, people ask for that bonus back, that money. It's not asking you to repay; it's asking you to give the money back because you didn't fulfill your contract. Yeah, unfortunately, that's just how business works. Does it suck? Yes, but that's also $3 million that they can use someplace else.
But that just shows that I don't know.
I mean, they did it to Barry, the best running back to ever play the game. They did it to Kelvin Johnson, the best, probably one of the top 5 wide receivers ever to play the game.
Top 3.
You know what I mean? And they're going to do a thing. He didn't fulfill his contract. He and they paid him the money in advance to fulfill his contract. He didn't fulfill it. That money goes back. You do it all over the league. It just, some reason they just pick out certain teams and go like, this is not anything new. As for the Taylor Decker thing, it is annoying, but it's also money that they can use towards someplace else. I know. You know what I mean? Like they need that money right now. On top of that, as for the Taylor, what's that? Go ahead.
I was going to say, but Tim, why even give them the money unless they make the bonus? Unless they earn that bonus, why give it to them right up front? Then they wouldn't have
bonus. It's a signing bonus.
It's a signing bonus.
The signing bonus.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a promissory signing bonus that you'll fulfill your contract. He did not. He retired early, so obviously they're going to ask for it back because he didn't fulfill his end. Now, at the same time, if a player or if a team doesn't fulfill their end, the player is going to bitch about it and they're going to owe them money. I mean, it's the same way back and forth. It's a business thing. Does it suck? Yes. You know what I mean? Did he earn that $3 million for what he did for this team? Yes. You know what I mean? Like 100%. But at the same time, you don't fulfill your anywhere in real life, anywhere. If we don't fulfill our contracts, you're either not getting paid or you're going to have to pay the money back. You know what I mean? It's just a real life situation. Now, onto the Taylor Decker thing. Taylor Decker got upset because they wanted him to take a little bit of a pay cut or restructure and push that money off into the future. I get it. You're upset. He asked for his release. They grant his release. And all of a sudden, he's not getting signed by any other teams. You know what I mean? Nobody's knocking at his door to sign him. I think he's 38-year-old?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Left tackle. He's a great left tackle. Love Taylor Decker. Would love for him to come back to this team. But he wants big money to go to a team as a 38-year-old left tackle that spent half the year last year banged up. Like, people are not gonna want to sign you for what you want, dude. And I understand it. Are you worth that much money to somebody? Maybe, but nobody's beating down your door right now, and you're upset about it. So you're gonna be trashing on the Lions about, you know, them wanting to restructure you. Well, it's team cause. You know what I mean? Golf just restructured. You know what I mean? They're asking people to restructure. You even go to like Kansas City. You look at Kansas City, they've asked, you know, Patrick Mahomes is restructured, you know, just so that they can, you know, you're trying to build something. Sometimes you need to restructure to make these deals happen. So that way you can push yourselves farther in the thing. I could see Jason has some thoughts about this whole thing, and I'm waiting to hear it. And then
it's frustrating for a number of reasons that shit like this keeps getting brought up to the public media. You know, I saw some comments that Dan Campbell had made, you know, that he was going to be making a phone call later on once shit kind of dies down. And it's like, it's things like this that distracts a team from being able to focus their time and energy onto what really requires or deserves that kind of attention. And that is building a championship team. The repaying of the signing bonus, you know, this is one of those things people are going to have an opinion one way or the other. I I can see both sides of it. I can understand his perspective. I can also understand the management side of things when you're dealing with this kind of thing. Again, does he deserve it? Has he earned it? Sure. If you're talking about his contributions to the team, but at the same time, you know, this is one of the downfalls of this sport becoming powered by greed, powered by money, powered by that kind of kickback. So I mean, who's right and who's wrong? It all depends on a personal perspective.
Wings are down 3-0 already to the Penguins.
So, Cody, how do you feel about
three fucking nothing? Sorry.
How do you feel about the whole paying the back, or Frank Ragnow having to pay back a signing bonus, and then Taylor Decker and his drama that he's stirring up right now, and obviously he's putting it out into social media so everybody can see and stuff like that, which is probably taking stuff a little bit too far, because I mean, you didn't have to ask for your release. You could have just stayed on the team and took the restructure that they wanted. But how do you feel about all this?
Yeah, no. There's a reason why obviously he hasn't got signed yet. Like you guys said, he wants a bunch of money. He's, older. It kind of backfired on him. It's like, look, dude, maybe you should have took whatever the Lions were giving you. And I mean, he's a great player, so I understand why he wants, the most amount of money and everything. But and to put it all public and everything, I think that's just unfortunately this day and age of social media. But to that, I would just handle it behind closed doors, have that conversation with Dan Campbell or Brad Holmes or whoever he needs to talk to, and just say, look, I see where you guys are at. This is where I'm at. So hopefully they can find a middle ground. Hopefully he can, re-sign with us. And as far as the signing bonus, I get that he didn't fulfill his contract, but I mean, that guy has been through so much. I mean, how bad we used to be, the injuries he's been through. So I see both sides. I mean, he's definitely done his time with the Lions and everything, and I believe he should deserve to keep the signing bonus. But like you said, I mean, it's a real life thing. If you didn't fulfill your contract, then you got to pay it back.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I'm right there. Like, I understand, should he be able to keep it? Sure. But I also understand on the business aspect of it, like, it's, they're going to ask for it back. Any team would, you know what I mean? It's unrealistic. I got Eric huffing and puffing over here.
I don't want to say it because it's going to make me sound like I agree with someone I don't want to agree with. But
is it me? You don't want to agree with me?
No, it's not you. It's not you. But I'm going to say you own Ford Motor Company. Give him the $3 million.
Oh,
how much do you make? Give him the $3 million. Give him the $3 fucking million. It's not going to hurt you. It's really not going to hurt you. There's literally three Fords in your driveway. It's not going to fucking hurt you. And if someone hears that, you already know who's going to make a comment about it that says, give fucking Schoolboy his money. No. But he's not on here right now, so. We all know who we're talking about.
Shout out to Zach.
Yep. But fuck, man, I don't know. It just bothers me. It just bothers me. Like you gave that dude his bonus for signing. Yeah, he retired because of health issues, just like Calvin Johnson did. Dude could barely fucking walk sometimes. You did to Barry Sanders. Like, come on, when are you gonna show the NFL and the Detroit fans that you're an organization that cares about their players? You're doing it now finally, but then you're gonna take that away from Frank Ragnow that literally put his body and everything on the line to try to win. He even tried coming back this year, and he couldn't because he had a semi-torn hamstring or something.
Yeah, hamstring.
Yeah, and he had no idea it was even even hurt because he's just that type of guy. And you're not going to give him his $3 million. Come on, just do right by your players, man. That's how I feel. Do right by your players. It frustrates me, pisses me off, but I also with Tim though, it is a business, and I get it, but it's like it's not going to hurt you in the long run. You can't really use that money anywhere because there's a cap. There's a cap for it. You're not going to get. That was a signing bonus. You're not going to get that money back in the cap to help you out right now at all.
Well, Tim, look what Brady used to do. He used to take a pay cut, right? Almost every year
because Brady wanted to win. He wanted
exactly
to win. He
right
wanted to win.
Yep. And he knew Tim.
He didn't care about MVPs, personal stats. He wanted to win the fucking game, and that's all he cared about.
And that's what it should be. He gave up. Look, I mean, do you agree? I mean, that's putting yourself even before the team. I'm saying, hey, I'm going to take a cut because I need a wide receiver and a tight end.
But also, 100%. But that dude was also a different animal. I will say that. That dude ate like the same thing for breakfast every day. Like that dude was a different animal.
Hey, I do the same damn thing. But he was a different animal.
You eat a bag of dicks for breakfast?
Fuck you. You're such a douche. You're an absolute douche. No, Brady was a different animal, but Brady also knew that he was going to come out of the NFL and make even more money out of the NFL eventually. Because I mean, let's be honest, even as much as I'm not the biggest Brady fan. Like Brady is probably the greatest of all time to ever play the game. You know what I mean? He's going to be surpassed by Patrick Mahomes here eventually. I don't want to fucking hear it, you fucking loser motherfucker sitting in the left of me.
Next time, I'd have the dogs and babies.
Don't forget about Montana.
I'm going to put a Brady jersey in that Mahomes jersey.
Well, unfortunately, those are locked, so that you're not going to be able to open them.
I'll drill them out.
But anyways, like Brady was an absolute animal, and I mean, rumor is that he tried to come back to the NFL as of in the last couple months, and they told him no because he's a part owner.
I believe.
Yeah, he thought about coming back, and there was a lot of talk about that. Jason, how would you feel about Brady coming back at 48 years old now?
Man. Oh, let it go, man. Just
let it go.
Tired. Here's the other thing, I don't know how
let
much
it go like your hair.
Yeah, I don't know how I don't know where that line is between reality and fantasy, but what I will tell you is he keeps running his fucking mouth about wrestling being cute and them not being real athletes. Like someone's gonna fuck him up. Like it's starting to piss wrestlers off, like for real.
Tom Brady's been doing that.
He's been doing, yeah.
Yes. He and Logan Paul have been going back and forth on social media.
Well, he's trying to mess with Logan Paul. That's the thing. He's trying to mess with Logan Paul. That's the thing.
What? Hold on here. What if this is a play, Jason? What if it's a work? What if it's a work? What if Brady's coming to WrestleMania and he's going to work a match against Logan Paul?
It's in Allegiant Stadium because
I can see that.
Minority ownership of the Raiders. I think this is where it's going, but if it's not where it's going, I'm here to tell you, like there are some wrestlers in WWE that are legitimately pissed about all of this and are looking to hurt Tom Brady. Like that.
Jason, you might be getting worked. You're getting worked. You're getting upset and you're getting worked.
No, fuck that guy. Because there's no reason. There's no goddamn reason. What, work or not? Like he is so.
This reminds me of your favorite female wrestler, Ronda Rousey, right now.
Fuck
like
her too.
All right. Let's get out of the NFL real quick because we're getting to the top of the hour, and Tim's 2 minutes going to go a little long today because we're going to get in a little discussion here in a second. But we got a fucking intro now.
It'll
feel about
fucking
that.
love it. No, I love it. I love it.
Nice.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Very catchy. I love the new intro. But this is Tim's 2 minutes of golf talk, brought to you by the PFC Entertainment Network on the Sports World podcast. First thing I want to get into is a roundtable discussion about Tiger Woods and his lack of driving ability. Because holy shit, Tiger did it again. Tiger was out there doing Tiger things this week and decided to roll his vehicle. And he got arrested for DUI, even though I don't think anything's going to come from it because he denied them the right to give him a piss test. He blew 0.00, but he did not piss for them. So they don't have any proof that he was on anything. So I think he's going to skate with this one. But at what point do we go, Tiger, you need some help? And I think Eric's got an update on this because he just read something here a minute ago online. So, Eric, what did you read?
Tiger Woods is stepping away from golf to prioritize his health. So we'll see how that goes. But keep hitting the bottle, man. You're making it look funny, and you're making it look it's great. You know, if you blew 0.0 and you didn't pee for him, then why are you stepping away from golf? You didn't do anything wrong. You dodged a miss a squirrel. It's okay.
But I don't think it's the bottle that he has an issue with.
Whatever he's getting into.
I think
It's the
pills.
Percocets. Yeah, they found 2 pills on him.
Didn't he say that he was like turning the radio station to like a different channel or something, and that's what distracted him? That's what I read.
Yeah, he said he was looking down at his phone and turning the radio down at the same time or some shit, and he didn't realize the vehicle was slowing down in front of him, but he apparently was at a high rate of speed too.
Oh yeah, dude.
Because he's a speed demon. So I mean, if he wants to go fast, just join Michael Jordan's race team, for God's sake.
That's true. They're already winning, so.
Yeah, like Michael Jordan's the new face of NASCAR, but we'll get into that in the next episode because I want to get into that conversation about how Michael Jordan's the new face of NASCAR at some point.
Oh, God.
But yeah, Tiger, man, like at what point, and I mean, I really hope that he does take this time to step away and maybe go to rehab because obviously he has some issues. Jason's shaking his head. He's got something to say, and then I want to hear Vinny's thought on this too. And then Cody, I want you to fill in on this also. But Jason, what are your thoughts on Tiger Woods currently at this point in time after, you know, his umpteenth fucking car accident that he's caused? You know, like, Jason, give me your thoughts.
Every time this motherfucker makes a headline off of the golf course, it is tarnishing his legacy. Now it's become laughable. Now it's become a goddamn joke. This dude was the face of golf for a long time. He was the one who rejuvenated the sport, if I can be honest. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't pay any attention to golf until this guy comes along. He is the Michael Jordan of golf, 100%. With that comes responsibility. With that becomes this, whether you want it or not, this is just where you are in life. And if it's too much for you, then stay the fuck out of the spotlight. Get out of the sport, go home, drink yourself to death. I don't give a fuck. But you are still being looked upon as a role model, as an icon. And when you continuously do stupid shit like this, not only do you start to become a reoccurring butt of jokes on late night television, but you are starting to tarnish your legacy and to what made you who you are. Tiger, if you have a problem, go get some goddamn help. This whole thing that Eric just brought us up to speed on with him stepping away, it's a publicity stunt. It is a way for golf to distance themselves from this fucking abomination, and that is what Tiger Woods is becoming, in my view.
Yeah, you know what? He has a problem. We're not going to dance around it. He has an opioid problem. Okay,
go get some fucking help.
I agree. Hire a chauffeur. Do not drive. And you know how lucky 4 crashes that he did not kill anyone. That's the biggest thing.
Vinny.
Not yeah.
Where's the fun in that?
Not killing nobody. Well,
until not just rolling the car and stuff. Like it's not killing people. But where's the fun in that? Come on.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just kidding.
I know you are. I know. No, but I mean, what was the least damage when he hit the tree with his wife? You know, and she came out and hit him with the club. But anyway, how many times are you going to have a rollover? Yeah. I mean, the man. Okay, he probably didn't mean to get addicted. He had a lot of injuries. Okay, we're fed these pills before what 2016 when the epidemic came out with the opioids. It's a very serious problem in this country. Still is. Doctors will not even prescribe it to you unless your leg is off. And Tiger Woods, obviously, they're going to give him anything. Okay, because he is, like you say, he is the face of the sport, but he is tarnishing his legacy and he's putting other people at risk when he gets behind that wheel. I mean, just think about it, guys. God forbid, it could be children he kills. Off of what? Because you took opioids and you're driving and you hire a chauffeur. Hire a freaking chauffeur. You got the most money in the freaking world, basically, right? Hire a chauffeur to go around these places. I don't know. I like Jason said, I never really watched golf, but when he came in, I used to love watching him. And then that shit started happening one after you could, one you could forgive, fool me once, fool me twice. That's it. 3 times you're out. And yeah, that he needs help. He's got to go get help.
For sure. Cody, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I agree with Vinny. In this day and age, there's Uber, there's all this other stuff. Just, you shouldn't be driving at this point. And, I feel like this is the only reason he's in the spotlight all the time is because he's in an accident. He's caused this, he's caused that. So to me, that's one thing I wouldn't want to be in the spotlight for. But yeah, I hope he gets the help he deserves, needs, everything like that. But yeah, just be smart. Then the thing is too, is like, I think if people stop making jokes about it or, he actually does face the consequences, I think that might help him a little bit. But I feel like he keeps getting away with all this stuff because he is who he is. And, if you're not going to get in trouble and he's enjoying it and having fun, then why stop? True.
Yeah. If they put him in the damn slammer for about 6 months, a year, just like any of us would have to. Yep. Right, Cody? I get what you're saying. Maybe a year in jail will teach him a good lesson or something to at least, get help, get the right help and get back out there and play golf again.
Yeah, for sure. Because anybody like any of us, if you're doing that 3 or 4 times, that's obviously way more chances that we would be getting. But yeah, you got to face the consequences like everybody else, and hopefully that'll help him. But I don't see him getting any consequences and anything like that, unfortunately. But hopefully everything goes well for him, and hopefully he can play some golf more and be in the spotlight for that and not for causing accidents.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Before I get into the results of the last week, I just want to say one thing. Like, Tiger, you have been the face of golf. You have been, arguably the greatest of all time. And from somebody who has lost, somebody very important to him to an opioid addiction, go get some help, man. Like, don't ruin your life over something as simple as a little white pill. You know what I mean? Like, just get some help, because that shit can carry your life away and you become a different person. Like, you are the greatest of all time and you have a lot to look forward to. You look at your kid right now. He is such a good golfer. Live for that. You know what I mean? Live for the future. Live for your children. Live for your grandchildren. Like, just stop that shit. Get the help that you need and get back to being the greatest golfer that ever played the game. You know what I mean? Whether that's coming back on tour or just being, the face of the PGA or whatever it is, just please get some help. Like, obviously you have a problem, but let's get on to last week's results at the Houston Open. We had Gary Woodland, who has a great story, by the way, too. If anybody wants to go and look at Gary Woodland's story, from getting tumor removed from his head or stuff like that, he's finally back in the winner's circle. He won this thing at negative 21. So he was 21 under. Second place, we had Hogard. Third place, we had a tie between Kiefer and Minwoo Lee. Fifth came Stevens. And then we had a 4-way tie at 6 at 13 under with Guadalupe Day, Yella Marajo, some of these names, man. And then Knapp. And then we had a 2-way tie in 10th with Burgoon and Thigala. Next week, we're looking forward to the Valero Texas Open. After that, I'll be hooking up for the coming up week with, the Masters is coming up, and my TV just went off. I don't know what the hell just happened, but Jason, are we still live?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so my TV just died, I think. That thing's been on its way out, so we don't have TV right now. But, yeah, we'll be looking up to the Masters, but next week we have the Valero Texas Open coming up. So that was Tim's 2 Minutes of Golf Talk, brought to you by the PFC Entertainment Network. Real quick, Vinny, you want to give a shout-out for your page, brother, while we wrap things up?
Yeah, sure. On TikTok, DOWGC, DOWGC4, and on YouTube, Dog, DOWG520. I'm sorry, Dog, DOWG521. I'm sorry, I got it wrong again. DOWGC521. There you go. On YouTube. So hit me up there. I've been throwing out a lot of videos. I've been mixing it up, guys. Basketball. I've seen some old basketball ones that I've done, which to me is the real basketball back in the day, a little Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So I've been posting a lot of those, a lot of baseball. So if you want to come to my content and check it out, more than welcome. Awesome.
Rock on. Cody, plug your stuff, brother.
Yeah. First, I want to say thank you guys again for having me on. Appreciate it being in the studio. You can find me at Catching Up with Cody. I'm on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So like what these guys are doing here, and hopefully we can grow as a group with everybody being successful. So again, thank you guys.
We appreciate having you on. Real quick, programming note, I want to give next week, we got Don't Know Grit coming on with us. So you can catch us next week, April 7th at 6 p.m. Eastern. So look forward to that. Jason, you want to plug that store real quick? I know we sold some shit this week.
Yeah, we did. And I also want to make mention of the launch of the spring and summer lineup. This is just a sample of over 200 new products that are going to be dropping in waves here this week. These are, and it's across all of our shows here on the PFC Entertainment Network. But I would direct your attention to the Sports Reel swim shorts with the new logo on there. And also the basketball jerseys. There's a blue one, a white one, a gray one, and then of course everybody's favorite, the baseball jerseys.
There you go.
In a variety of colors here: light blue, gray, royal
Vinny,
blue.
you better get one of those.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Do they sell thongs for my wife?
Actually, it's funny you say that. There is capability.
Oh my God.
She's not here. Don't worry about it.
Like that. But yeah, I can totally put out something like that. Yep, 100%.
Yeah. There you go.
But for all things for the Sports Reel podcast, you can check out that store, pfcsportsreel.printify.me. We certainly appreciate Cody and Vinny being a part of the show here this week, and everybody that tuned in with us live and those who tune in demand, on the RSS feed. We certainly appreciate all of you. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share button. We would certainly appreciate the support. With that, go out this week, be awesome to yourselves and to each other, and we'll see you next week right here on the Sports Reel podcast on the PFC Entertainment Network.
Let's go Pistons. Go blue.
Let's go Wings.
Let's go Tiger. Get some help, please. Get some help. Let's go, Vinny.
Let's go, man.
Happy birthday,
Let's go,
Jason.
man.
Fucking happy birthday.